The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is one of the largest monarchies in the world with a very low population density and fighting wars on several fronts, while India is the world's largest democracy with a ridiculously high relative population. These two countries, on paper, might not have much in common, but if allied together, would make an unstoppable force and an unmovable object at the same time. The thing is, these countries allying is not a question of if, but when. Saudi Arabia is the eighth largest market for military supplies. In fact, it spends 6.6% of its GDP on its military. The world average is a third at 2.2. Generally speaking, it predominantly buys from the good old United States of America. 60% of its arm imports are from Uncle Sam. In fact, if you look at how much money it exchanges for military equipment to each US based company, the figures are quite phenomenal. Nearly 49 billion to Lockheed Martin, 21 million to Boeing, 27 billion to General Dynamics Corp and Raytheon combined. This is not in any way pocket change, even for the royal house of Saudi Arabia. The core logic underpinning their relationship is that the United States provides military protection for the Saudis in exchange for a reliable supply of oil from Saudi Arabia, pricing of its oil in US dollars, and Saudi support for US foreign policy operations across the world. But now, everything's changing. The current leader of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman or MBS, wants the dependency on USA in its army to reduce. This is mainly because of the tendency of the United States to have sudden changes in its policy regarding the Middle East. More on that in a future video. And the Jamal Khashoggi incident and other disagreements on issues. In fact, MBS went as far as saying, and I quote, "We don't have the right to lecture you in America, the same goes the other way around," regarding the whole Jamal Khashoggi incident. Wow, pretty strong words. Well, okay, so they need advanced weapons from somewhere, and the choice of countries is quite limited. The European Union is quick to join hands with the United States in any dispute, so that's probably not the best choice. Choosing Russia is going to complicate relations with the West further, so maybe not. China is China, so not the best to put your investment in. Well, what about India? We come to the point of this video now, so thanks for sticking around. Well, at first glance, this might seem a bad idea. The de facto leader of the Muslim world would support Pakistan against a predominantly Hindu country on the matter of Jammu and Kashmir. Right? Wrong. Saudi Arabia is quite neutral on the matter. In fact, the country is usually irritated, for the lack of better words, when Pakistan brings up this matter. Once even asking a private jet they lent to the Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan to use to return back to Saudi Arabia before the Prime Minister's work was over. Politically, choosing India makes quite sense because they look at many issues at the same angle. So does it economically. India imports most of its oil from the kingdom, so imports of arms and equipment balances things out. Also, defense cooperation could soon turn into economic cooperation. And with Saudi Arabia trying to diversify their economy, investing in India seems to be a great choice. Many experts believe India will host the next Silicon Valley, the next Shenzhen, and believe that India has a prophecy of becoming the land of unicorns. Not unicorns as in the sense of mythological horses with horns, but rather unicorns as in companies. In fact, most of the Gulf countries, like the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, and Bahrain, have started investing in India. So theoretically, this move by Saudi Arabia would work like a duck in water, or like an insect flying towards light, or your cursor moving towards that red subscribe button. Anyway, enough economics, let's talk about defense. In the recent months leading to the release of this video, India and Saudi delegations have met multiple times, and each time they met, the defense cooperation between these two countries increased. India is looking to localize the production of its defense consumption, and arms deals with Saudi Arabia could play an important role in financing this revolution. For now, one of the most important weapons that could kickstart arms deals are the BrahMos missiles, made in part by India and in part by Russia. The BrahMos fills in many of the needs Saudi armed forces need, being able to be launched from the sky, the land, ocean surface, or beneath the seas. It is claimed to be the fastest anti-ship stealth cruise missile in operation. In addition, it also has this cool looking website. Recently, India spent 68% of its military capital acquisition budget for purchasing locally produced weapons and weapon systems, showing how confident the government was in its policy of pushing locally made weapons. India plans on localizing the production of various classes of warships, ranging from corvettes to aircraft carriers and long and short range missiles, AEW and C systems, tank engines, various kinds of assault and sniper rifles, and of course, a variety of aircraft in the next few years. Guess what? Saudi Arabia is in the market for all of these. Of course, this does not mean that India will become an arms exporter on the level of Russia or Uncle Sam soon, but it's a sustainable start. India and Saudi Arabia have also started collaboration in military training. On May 8, 2022, a training squadron comprising of 3 Indian Navy ships and 1 Indian Coast Guard ship left for Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Quite small, you might say. Well, that's true, but this is just the start. An India-Saudi Arabia alliance also has the highest chance of becoming an alliance of Indian Ocean countries who in the past have shared quite similar views on geopolitics and other disputes, whom together would become a significant bloc in world politics. At this point, the relationship between India and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is quite stable to say the least, but the possibilities are endless, and unlike other possibilities in geopolitics, this one is very much likely to happen. Speaking of possibilities, my statistician tells me that there's a 99.99% chance that you are going to like, share, and smash that subscribe button. So make the possibility true.